George Vollman is the automotive insider, the owner of Vollman Ford, which is on I-96 in between Grand Rapids and Lansing in the cool city of Portland. You can see the dealership right off the freeway, or you can find them at VollmanFord.com or theautomotiveinsider.com. And you arrived in a heavy-duty vehicle today outside of our Gillespie Group storefront studio. What is that?
That's the brand new 2011 Ford Super Duty. And what's really nice about that truck is they've remade it sheet metal, drivetrain, interior. It's the quietest truck I've ever been in. And when you put the 6.7-liter twin-turbo diesel in it, it can actually push you back in the seat as you accelerate, kind of like the old Chevy Chevelles used to do back in the day.
Wow, and that thing is high. You're sitting really high. I mean,
Correct.
There's a Ford Explorer sitting right behind it, and this thing towers over it.
Well, and it's funny because we talked about that last night at the dealership, and I said, well, I'm going to tell Michael just put the Ford Explorer in the back bed.
You could, if you saw it right now out the window here on Michigan Avenue. I mean, you're really high. And how much does something like that cost?
That's a $42,000 truck,
Wow.
but it's fully equipped, and that's before any discounts or rebates and those type of things. But it's a very, very nice truck, and I was able to get, that's got the 6.2 gas motor in it, and I was able to get almost 16 on the highway with it with a brand new truck. That's not bad.
And you got that's a running board, right? You have to step on to get up into it?
Yeah, or you got to get a little footstool. We got a female salesperson at the dealership that has a footstool that she takes.
Just to climb up into it. There was a time, wasn't there, that Dodge stole the truck market for a while there with the Ram. That was a pretty popular truck, wasn't
right.
it?
And what Dodge did, and quite frankly, they've continued to do it, is they make good-looking vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
And now whether or not the underpinnings are the right things and so on and so forth, those are the things that people discover later on, and then they make their second or third truck buying decision based on those type of things. But, yeah, they made some good-looking trucks.
Yeah, and good-looking commercials, too, they had. I was
they
there.
They do some fun stuff. I mean, the one that they just did with I guess that's their year-end event with the monkey. And then PETA got a little bit upset, so they shot it with the invisible monkey. And I mean, just that was like tongue-in-cheek. It was pretty funny.
And then Silverado, the GM truck, was a big deal for a while, too, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, you never count GM out in the truck market. They've done a pretty good job. And the big difference between the Super Duty and F-150 and the Silverado is when they move up in terms of payload and you go to a Super Duty with Chevrolet or GMC, it's usually suspension changes. Whereas when you go from F-150 to Super Duty Ford, it's a new chassis. It's a completely different truck. Big difference. And, of course, I think that's why these trucks will last 300,000 miles, and I think that's what they're designed to do.
But the name Ford is synonymous with trucks. I mean,
no
really.
Question. 26, 27 years of truck leadership. I mean, you don't build that based on looks. You build it on the whole package.
And you've got that Mike Rao guy, isn't it? The Dirty Jobs guy as a spokesman for Ford trucks.
Yeah, he's doing that, and they've had some other ones, and they use Toby Keith and some, so they've got it pretty well rounded.
Down Home America.
They do
tough
a
stuff.
Good job, yes.
Yeah.
It kind of competes against the America apple pie stuff from Chevrolet, I guess.
Yeah, I saw they hired Tim Allen, I guess, the GM Trucks did.
That's correct.
He's the he was the guy that was always talking about what it was to be a man and everything too.
The
but
tool time thing.
Yeah, that's right. Now you turned 50 yesterday.
50
years old.
Up. Yeah.
Plus 10.
Yeah, no, plus 5.
Oh, plus 5.
Plus 5.
Okay, I thought so.
And actually, but you know what? I feel like I'm 40, 42.
Yeah, you look good.
Yeah, I mean, I walked 18 holes.
You did?
On Sunday.
I didn't even know you played golf.
Yeah, well, you know what? I kind of took a hiatus for the last year, but I actually, my son-in-law, showed me that I was gripping the club incorrectly, and I was able to straighten out a lot of the swing, which was good.
Old dog got new tricks.
I'll tell you what, he practices all the time. He's a lawyer. That's how that works.
Yeah, in other words, you're a businessman. You're too busy to play
I'm
golf.
too busy to play golf. That's correct.
There is a showdown, I guess, between the Mustang and the Camaro, and Consumer Reports is saying that the Mustang wins.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting about it is Consumer Reports was for many years thought to be in Toyota's back pocket and so on and so forth, which is not entirely true. In fact, I don't think it's true at all. But now all of a sudden Ford is on the radar and they're getting good press from Consumer Reports. But what is most significant about that article is that they talked about the fuel economy difference between Ford and Chevrolet, and I think Ford beat Chevrolet V6 to V6 by 4 miles per gallon. Mm-hmm. What's significant about that is Ford was always at the dredge in terms of fuel economy, and Alan Mulally made the decision that we're going to be best in class no matter what class we're in, and this proves it. They did a heck of a job.
A very good rating for the Mustang. It's the V6.
That's correct, the 305 horsepower V6.
Obama, the president, is in Ohio today. He's going to be talking more about the economy. And apparently, he's got an idea to let businesses write off 100% of their spending on new equipment. He's going to say that in Cleveland today. The auto business, Ford and General Motors specifically, want more details because they think there should be some incentive for research and development, too, instead of just physical production.
Well, and I think what you're seeing, the underlying, is that just like small businesses, even big businesses, saying we don't trust what's going on. There's an uncertainty. And that's the real problem with the capital coming into the marketplace and investing. It has nothing to do with anything else. And if you're uncertain, why would I spend the money? Let's just wait it out. And that's what's going on with business right now. And that's where the governor's race is going to come in this state. That's going to be a very important question to be answered.
We shall see. George Vollman, theautomotiveinsider.com or VollmanFord.com. Enjoy driving that truck home.
Right. Well, it's going to get parked. That's a big truck.
You'll have a good view from the driver's seat, that's for sure. 14 before the hour, Michael Patrick Shields, one-time Congressman Tim Walberg, who wants to be a congressman again. Join us coming up shortly. We'll take a look at the new Ryder Cup team, too. Straight ahead.